Hi there, it's Dr. Bernstein, and in this brief video, I'm going to describe to you why using phrases like I believe, or in my opinion, or it is my personal opinion that, why these types of phrases can be problematic. Because a lot of you asked, can I use I in this essay? You definitely can, but let me explain when you should use it and when you should probably avoid using it. So I'm giving you just two examples here. So here is one student sentence. Though I believe that high school is not the time to declare a major, it's important to carefully consider both sides of the issue. So there's nothing technically wrong with this, and maybe if you say it once in your essay, it's fine. But using this phrase, I believe, it makes it, instead of presenting your argument as a fact that everyone should agree with, you're presenting it as just your personal belief. And as soon as you say, I believe that, it opens up in people's minds like, well, I don't necessarily agree with that, or, that's not necessarily a fact or true. It's just your personal belief. So just by removing that phrase, though high school is definitely not the time to declare a major, I made it even stronger, added definitely. It's important to carefully consider both sides of the issue. Um, it's still your argument, but you're by not saying I believe, you're presenting it more as a fact, something that people should agree with, and you're going to prove to them, rather than just your personal belief. This is another example. To reiterate my point, I think that high schools should be more concerned with giving children a basic understanding of the world in case they choose not to go to college. Okay, to reiterate my point is perfectly fine, in my opinion, to use in your essay. But if you remove the I think, your point is actually stronger. To reiterate my point, high schools should be more concerned with giving children blah, 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 blah. So you want to watch out for using the I think and I believe. This didn't really happen in your essays for our class, but it is something that could happen with this type of essay you have to do for your final exam. However, I think there are some powerful ways in which you can use the I in your essay. And that is when if you're trying to illuminate a point that you're raising in one of your paragraphs. For instance, someone in, I think it's his essay, uses, let me get this example right here. This person is talking about the issue of how college students often switch majors, and that declaring a major when you're in high school would be even more difficult, because if college students have trouble with it, then how can high school students be expected to do it? And so she uses a quote from one of the sources that supports that point that she's making, and then uses herself as an additional example. So she says, when I was a freshman at age 14, for instance, I had no idea what I liked or wanted to do. Although being able to choose my classes to fit my interests would have been more enjoyable, I never would have discovered my true strengths and weaknesses or my passions. And then she should go on to analyze that point in relationship to her main argument. But you can see, using yourself as an example, or using specific people as an example for this type of essay is fine, because you can't go find additional sources. It's a timed essay. So that's where I think if you want to use the I, you don't have to. I think that's where it works the best, rather than using these types of phrases. So that's it for now. I hope that helps clarify things for you. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Bye.